Hi there, I'm Sarah Stapleton. I'm an art therapist and I'm going to be showing you fruit projects today that you can do at home with your children using some household items that are easily accessible. And once you have the finished product, you can use these to help around issues of anxiety and stress that might be a problem for you or your children at this difficult time. So we're going to start with these little guys. They are conversation cubes. So using some toughened card, some cereal box is what I've used here. I want you to draw out a few squares. So you'll have 4 even-sided squares going down this way, and you'll have 3 across, just like this. And once you have those measured out, they can be as big or as little as you like. I want you to cut those out, like so, and you can paint them in whatever colour you want. So we've gone for quite colourful here, but you can use whatever colours you want. So once that's painted and dried, you're going to get your felt tip markers, like I have here, and what you're going to do is really think about what kind of questions you want to ask your children. Okay, so the idea behind the cube is that you are going to write kind of an open-ended question on the cube, and it'll just encourage conversation between you and your child. Basically, it'll get them to open up to you a little bit. But don't forget, the more you open up, the more your child is going to open up too. So it's a two-way street, really. So you can use them as a little game. Once they're finished, you can roll the dice, and whichever comment or question the square lands on, that's what you're going to talk about. Okay? So a couple of examples of the questions. So, action square, commit a random act of kindness. So that's quite a fun one, okay, to do around the table especially, okay? So it might be they'll jump up and give you a hug or something like that. Then you have slightly more serious questions on the other sides. So when something happened, I felt a certain way, okay? So it might be when I fought with my friend at school, I felt really sad, okay? So we're going to write a few of those on here, okay? So you could do anything at all. What we might do is, so I felt really proud when ... So you can see there, I felt really proud when ... Or I can be a good friend by, and again, ... So it's just encouraging your children to think of different ways that they can express themselves. So get them thinking about ways that they can be a good friend. Maybe get them thinking about ways that they can be kinder to their brothers and sisters at home. And it causes quite a bit of fun, actually, around the table at home, especially if everyone is getting involved. So mom and dad really have to get involved with this as well. Okay, you can decorate your cube with little pictures. Okay, so it'll keep little fingers occupied for a little while as well. And once you have all of your bits drawn out, then you fold up the squares. Okay, this is the fiddly bit, okay, so stay with me with this bit. Okay, you have little bits of sellotape cut up here. So I'm going to try and show you from here. So place a little bit of tape on one side of the square, then fold it in a bit, fold up the other side of the square, and press them together until they stick. So you can see there, they've stuck together, okay? And then just continue to do that the whole way around. This can be a bit tricky, so you might need some help here from mom or dad, especially cutting the sellotape, because the scissors can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Okay, a good tip is to pre-cut your sellotape, all right? Because you don't want to be trying to fiddle around with the box and fiddle around with the sellotape at the same time. Okay, so you can see the square is forming there. Okay, and just keep doing that the whole way around until your square is solid. Now, the inside bit is probably the most tricky bit, to get the lid to close. Okay, so leave the lid open, put your sellotape on the inside here. Okay, the sticky part facing out. Okay, until you've got sellotape around the 3 sides on the inside. Okay, so just stick it on like that, then fold down the sticky side in on itself, like so. It is a bit tricky. And then pop down the lid. Okay, give them a little pinch around the sides just so that they stick. Okay, and then you've got your cube. Okay, and you can decorate it in whatever way you like. Once the cube is finished, you get everyone together and you can roll it, and whichever one it lands on, being something makes me happy. Okay, being creative makes me happy. But whichever one it lands on, that's the one that you're going to talk about. Don't forget as well, when you're making the cubes, that you want to make them age appropriate. So questions you might ask of an older child, you probably would maybe tailor that if you're going to be working with smaller children, okay? So a good general one is, what is a question you could ask to get to know someone better? So ask somebody in the room, okay? So it just encourages social skills and it encourages opening up, really. You want your children to be able to come to you with anything, and this is a kind of a light, fun way of encouraging that.